Hello, everybody out there, and thank you so much for requesting a quote from Star Real Estate Management. You have come to the right place, and I am so glad that the internet has provided us this opportunity to have an online interview. I do tend to make immediate personal phone calls, so forgive me if I interrupt this video by calling you on the number that you emailed me. Or maybe in an hour or so when I get done with whatever I'm doing right at this moment. But the wonderful thing about technology is I'm able to put together this short video, and it allows us to kind of meet without actually having to arrange our schedules and get together. I'm a little bit from the old school, but I do believe in blending the old with the new. My father, Jim Campbell, he's the senior partner in our company, has been conducting property management for $95 a month, flat fee, for over 36 years now. This is his 36th year in the business, and as always, we are top 1% in the company. Now, that's not because we set goals to be top 1% to make the most money, it's because we serve the client. It is all about service in this office. We do business on a handshake, and we look our clients in the eye with honor and integrity. And we expect the same in return. We hope that our clients are loyal. Sometimes we experience the sad and hurtful feeling of disloyalty, but hey, you know what? It comes with the trade, and what goes around comes around. And we have just been so blessed with the amount of people that the internet has brought to us, that we have been able to help and serve in a gracious and humble manner, because it just blesses their lives. And it's a tough thing. Turning your home into a business is a very tough decision, and it must be treated with proper respect and proper protection. And so that's the first thing that we really do for you is we eliminate the liability of converting that home into that business. And we do so with our extremely thorough property inspection. You must abide by certain codes and laws in California in order to operate rental property, and we assure that your property complies with all codes. Now, I have not, being that I do not know if your property is vacant or not, let's talk a little bit about marketing methods. As you can tell, I am involved in internet marketing, which is how you found this video. Was probably Googling property management, and boom, here I am. Well, that's kind of how I market your property. When somebody types in Irvine rental property, Newport Beach rental property, Laguna Beach rental property, you get the picture. Any of those search keyword terms, your property is going to be in their face with high quality, high resolution photos and tons of information about the property. And then comes the call to my office. We will be pre-screening every single tenant, so nobody sets foot in your house that doesn't have good credit, 2 years job history, 2 years rental history, a minimum in income of 3 times the rent. So say your property rents for 3 grand, they got to make a minimum of $9,000 a month. That's just our standard formula, and it's worked wonderfully over the past 3.5 decades. We've never had a house tore up. We've never had a malicious um, eviction or anything like that. Now, we have kicked people out many times actually, but it's always the owners that come to us and say, help, help, I ran into this guy and gave me a fake application, fake credit report, and he tore up the place and won't pay. Well, you called the right place, and at the end of this, I'll give you our phone number, because we kick them right out and rerun it just as quick. That's what we do around here. It is all business, and being that if you decide to contract our services, we work for you, and we work very, very hard. For the cost of about $3.60 a day, you get myself, my father, and my two brothers at your disposal 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. A lot of manpower, less than a buck a person a day. Why, do you ask? Well, I'd ask the same question. It's really because we expect loyalty in return, and usually we get it. Now, we have felt that hurtful disloyalty, but hey, you know what? What goes around comes around. So, basically, I want to talk to you about marketing your property and screening the tenants because you can be as involved or uninvolved in this process as you like. Many of the people that I serve live abroad, some of them I've never met, and they just say, "Hey Joshua, you know what? You've been doing a great job. We trust you. You take the reins and you just run it." And that's what I do. They just receive checks in the bank and statements in the mail. Now, on the other hand, there are some other people that like to be involved in the selection of the tenant, and we encourage that. That's perfectly fine. Anytime I get an application, I will call you, we'll discuss the facts, and make a proper decision. And so it's very easy. We've got it down to a science, and it is just very, very simple and trouble free. Because what we're here for is to eliminate the burden associated with owning rental property. And we've been doing that successful for 36 years now. I came into the business about 5 years ago, 5.5 to be exact. And I was fresh out of high school, had a lot of ideas about what I could do in this business, and that's probably how you found us today. You probably Googled property management or something, and then boom, here I am with this video. And I am so happy that technology has presented us with this opportunity because it's so hard sometimes to match up our schedules and get out for that personal meeting. Even though I do prefer personal phone calls over emails, and I absolutely prefer real life meetings over virtual meetings, but I do understand the benefit in being able to meet somebody before you actually physically meet them, because you get to know a little bit about who they are, what they do, and whether or not they can help you. And I can assure you, you've arrived at the right place because, as I said, this is a family operated company. My father, my two brothers, myself. And so when you come into this office, or when you're taken into this family of clients, you're treated as such. You don't get 3 days to return your voicemail. As a matter of fact, we don't even have any voicemail systems. We all carry cell phones. So when you call us, we know who you are, we know what you want, we know the answers you need, and we have them ready to go. And so that's what people like about us is we are prompt, we are courteous, and that's probably one of the reasons why many of the clients that we have been with us for so long. And so the other thing that I would love to tell you is many of our clients have given us the greatest gift that a realtor can possibly receive, and that is a referral or a reference letter or something of that nature. And many of the families that we serve would love to speak with you personally on the telephone or via email about the blessings of engaging our services. And that just really warms my heart because that is truly what makes it worth it. Many agents nowadays just view each and every person as a dollar sign. Can I sell them a house? Will they buy one? Can I make them a loan? That's not what we do around here. We just provide you with information. If you buy a house, great. As long as you make an informed, educated, smart, intelligent decision, we're happy. Because just the other day, I had a client walk into my office and said, "Josh, I want to sell my place." Well, I said, "Hey, you know what? We're at the bottom of the market. It's not exactly the greatest time to sell." Now, I could have made a $15,000 commission by just telling them it's sign right here. A lot of agents would have done that. Not me. I told them, "Hey, can you hang on to this thing for 10 years? Because if you can, it's going to be worth your while. You're not going to be making a lot of cash flow for the next 10 years, but statistically, rents rise about 3.5 to 4% a year. So you add that up to 10 years, 35-40% increase in rents. And that also means a huge increase in appreciation of the sales price." So I gave that man sound advice, even though I had to sacrifice a potential commission. Why? Because later on, who will he call to sell his property? He will call me. I can promise you that. Because I have honor, I have integrity, I will sacrifice my commission for you. I don't think about my commission, I think about how